doing here in Liberty City, Nico?
What's anybody doing here? I don't know.
I think you do.
It's becoming somewhat of a tradition for me to revisit GTA 4 once a year. For those who don't know, I've originally played the game on Xbox 360, and this was like way before my English channel was a thing, but ever since I made the switch, I haven't had much success playing GTA 4. I've played the Steam version and encountered some problems with that version, mainly that it's very unstable, updates ruined the radio stations, you need to downgrade the version to enjoy the game kind of, and even then it's still somewhat unstable and takes a while to set up. Last year I finally tried out game emulation, and honestly I'm very surprised by emulation softwares like PCSX2, that's a mouthful to say, that emulates PlayStation 2 games, because honestly, if I would have to pick one emulation software, I would say that that one is the hands down the most user-friendly I've seen so far. And so far I've tried out Xbox 360 emulation via Xenia, I've tried out PS2 emulation, I've tried out PS3 emulation, PSP, PS Vita, and someone who never played PlayStation games, it's pretty wild that I can try out games that I never got to play because I never bought the consoles, I never got around to, play these games, and I can just do everything on one station, kind of, via my PC. So, here's the question. Can these emulation softwares give me a good experience with GTA 4? And my answer is, kind of. Sadly, it's not there yet. So, all the handicaps that comes with the PC version of the game, they are not there. You have the original radio station, the game will look like the console versions because it's the console version, but in place of those problems, there are other problems. So first of all, I tried out the PlayStation 3 version of GTA 4 and encountered some, let's just say, game-breaking problems. They simply put, after the first cutscenes, their floor just disappears and everything. Every vehicle, every person in the area just falls down into the ocean that's underneath the map. So it's literally unplayable on the PS3 emulation. So next up is the Xbox 360 version. I've set it up with Xenia, and gonna be honest, it's literally the way I remember this game. The game looks at times beautiful, at times lacking color, at times way too heavy on the contrast. The UI has this weird audio delay that I remember of. It's pretty much how I remember GTA 4 from those days. But like I said, there are problems. As much as I'm stoked by how good this all looks and how easy it is to play the console version on current day PCs, there are problems. Even with the Xbox emulation side, there are some audio problems that happen very frequently. Some minor texture problems that make things kind of unplayable, depending on like minigames like bowling, and there are game crashes. There are game crashes, and they are sometimes frequent. I would say about like every 20 minutes or maybe every hour there's a game crash that I encounter. But that said, it is the Xbox 360 version of the game. This is pretty much how I remember this game being. And in a way, emulating GTA 4 from this era just tells me that even though the PC version of this game is flawed and you need to mod it, down the line there might be a place where GTA 4 on the PC might be the way to go, because there's another problem here. GTA 4's PC version is awful. You need to, like I say, restore the radio stations via modding. It's recommended that you downgrade the PC version to a specific patch to make it more stable on your PC. Some people recommend you make the game run with Vulkan, but there is one thing about this PC version that is an option that emulation, at least currently, cannot provide, and that is modding.
Interesting weather, isn't it?
Very.
The PC version allows you to mod the game, make the graphics look a bit more pretty, add different cars, add different weapons, audio overhauls, and all that other stuff. If you just want to experience GTA 4, emulating the 360 version, I can see that being the go-to option if you just want to experience GTA 4 and you don't want to buy a console, if you don't want to go through the hassle of making the PC version stable to run on your machine. I can see that being a thing. But I still think that over down the line, the PC version of GTA 4 might come around thanks to the community behind it. and be an enjoyable way to experience the game, even if Rockstar doesn't want it to be the case.